Grand Slam Track has officially released all the meet locations for their 2025 season. Some topics I don't have enough time to make a fully edited video about. So instead, I'm just going to choose to do a rant video. I'm going to give you my raw, unfiltered reactions because Grand Slam Track claims to be the premier track and field league, or at least that's what they're trying to become. So where they choose to compete is a very big deal. And yes, I do have some thoughts. That being said, all of the locations, except the first one, are in America. Their first meet is going to be in Kingston, Jamaica, which personally I think is a great idea, because that, as far as I'm concerned, might as well be the sprint capital of the world. Up until now, at least in the sprinting events, Grand Slam Track has not signed any Jamaican athletes, at least not to my knowledge. They are supposed to have 4 racer slots, and generally these racer slots have been going to American athletes. Not everybody's American, but most of them. That said, going to Jamaica is a big deal because it makes it clear that they do want to have those athletes be a part of Grand Slam going forward. I'm assuming when they're in Jamaica, we're going to see Jamaican athletes in the challenger slots. So Kishane Thompson, Oblique Seville, I'm looking at y'all. I fully expect to see those men line up for Grand Slam Track. Because if they don't, how does that possibly work that we have a meet in a premier track and field league based out of Jamaica, and the athletes who are the top athletes from Jamaica aren't on the starting line? Shericka Jackson hasn't been signed to Grand Slam, but I fully expect her to also make it to the starting line. I don't know that for a fact, it just makes logical sense. Anybody who is anyone should want to be on that starting line, and if that is not accomplished, it says a lot for how the community is receiving Grand Slam. The fact that they're not doing any locations in Europe means they are not trying to compete to take territory from the Diamond League. They're doing something different. So the Diamond League meets are probably going to keep going off throughout the calendar, and all of the locations that they meet in, whether it's Paris, Brussels, Silesia, whatever. Those meets can still go, and if you're an athlete who wants to go there, it's your choice. The Grand Slam calendar really only runs from, if I'm going off of memory here, April, May, June. I don't even think they have a meet in July that is on the calendar. I think Grand Slam is trying to bookend everything before we would have the national championships heading up to the Worlds. But if you're new here, I want to say thank you for even making it this far into the video. And I'm Coach Rob, the founder of SCArecruiting.com, where I rank the best track and field recruits across the entire nation. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comment section, because I try to read them all. As far as the American cities are concerned, I saw Miami, which kind of threw me for a loop, because I was figuring out where are they going to run to begin with. I'm assuming on the track that the University of Miami actually has, but that track isn't really known for hosting anything big. I do think they have like one invitational that's a pretty big meet for college athletes, and I'm assuming that they're going to do their thing. It's not going to be like a Grand Slam section at a college meet, but hey, we don't have all the facts yet. They're also going to run on Franklin Field in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia specifically. That's where the Penn Relays are hosted. So it's a huge stadium, technically a football stadium. I don't know how they plan on filling that amount of seats up in order to have the event. I'm just thinking from like an ambiance perspective, or like what it feels like, because Penn Relays itself has kind of fallen off. That's another conversation that I'm not getting into right now. But maybe Grand Slam knows something that I don't by going to that location. And I believe they're planning on doing the meet, from what I saw about the schedule, somewhere around the time when Penn Relays would actually be happening. So maybe just maybe, they have some idea of how they're gonna mesh the two together or juxtapose it in order to get more attention on the event at that time. And of course, they're going to Los Angeles. To be real with you, Los Angeles is really only on the track and field map right now because the Olympics are going to be in LA. For that reason, It's now a destination to have track meets. I think they're going to be running on UCLA's track, which is where they did like an LA Grand Prix or something like that last year. I believe that's where Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone went off in the 200 because she beat Gabby Thomas, she beat Brittany Brown, she beat Abby Steiner. I mean, I already gave you the most important names, the one that got Olympic medals. And yes, she was way out in front in that race. You can say what you want about training cycles. That was never supposed to happen. Grand Slam track is clearly more of an American thing than anything else. More of American based on the athletes, and it's more American based on the locations. But that Jamaica spot, that is the most important thing that we need to keep our eyes on. Who is coming to the track? That is what matters. Because if you're fast and you are Jamaican, I want to see you on the line as a challenger. Just being honest. Like I said, this was going to be more or less unfiltered. If you want to see more of this type of stuff, let me know in the comments. As I move towards eventually doing channel membership, I intend to put more of these types of videos in that space. Because again, I can't always do a fully edited video, but I can always just give you my honest reactions and put that on the camera. That being said, if anything that I said actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comment section because I try to read them all.